Good afternoon, hurling fans. Good evening, hurling fans. Hailstone Hurling starts now. You are looking live out on the beautiful pitch here out in Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Rugby Sports Complex for our second installment of our Developmental League. Pitting Team Black against Team White. Aaron Weber Group Realty versus Nitty Gritty Birthday Bar, and we are off. I'll get the clock going here. And we are live here with... All right, we got one person in the booth here, so I'll do my best. That is Fiona, who flicks it up to Will Jackson, puts it up, and a point for Will Jackson in black is draws first blood. That'll be John Kenny sending it all the way down to the end line. Can John Crawford grab it? He can. He puts it a nice pass into Tim, but Tim runs over it. Now it's Reagan who collects it. He's headed down the pitch. He's gone twice to the handle, sends a nice ball into Andy. He's covered by Allie. Now Bean's got it. He finds a seam and takes off. He's headed down midfield, sends it high and deep into Crawford, but over his head it'll have to be Chris Lane picking up from his goal spot. Sends it down the middle of the field, and it's collected by Max. Max now has... No, he doesn't. He's trying to get it to his hand, but he's covered heavily by Ryan. He does come away with it, though. He runs down the field, covered closely by Ryan, but it's kind of a dribbler into John. John Kenny then sends it into... our man Tim, but he's challenged heavily by Reagan, and I believe that would be Michaela. Now Tim's got it. He looks to send it in across to Liam Jones, who flicks it up to Craig, who can't get it. He flicks it again, though. Second try is the charm. Craig tries to get it, but he's covered well by Giff. Craig makes a nice little hand pass over to Ryan. Ryan tries to get it to Liam. Liam tries to collect it, but can't. It drops to the turf. It's now Crawford who collects it. He's covered by Aaron. Aaron's not trying to handle it, and she at least stops his forward motion. It's going to be a ball into the middle of the box by Ryan. It's going to be Michaela trying to get it, but it's Chris Lane who collects it. He sends it in nicely to Max. Now Max will send it down low, and a miss hit sends it for anyone's ball. It's going to be Roan to touch it first. She's got it. Now she looks to send it down to Allie. Allie's got it. She'll turn and fire, but it drops into the box. It's going to be Will who takes it down low and into the back of the net. Will Jackson asserting himself again with a goal. Great teamwork there. Has Team Black moving nicely. Now puck out goes to Liam. Liam's covered by Giff. It's going to be a fight now for it. It's Roan who tries to get it, but it's going to be John Moriarty who comes away. Sends it down. Oh, it's down on the ground now. It's going to be Roan who's got it. And that'll be Ryan who asserts himself to get in between the ball and Roan. It's kicked. It's swung on. It's flicked. It's collected by Ryan. Ryan over to Andy. Andy Beans now got it, and he tries to get it back to John. He falls to his knee, but he's got plenty of space and plenty of time to recover. It'll now be John Moriarty looking for Liam, who calls for it. Instead, he puts it down onto Craig Wagner. Craig's fighting for it, but Aaron also is. John Moriarty comes in. The cavalry arrives to help. He's intercepted, though, and Reagan does very well to send it, clear it, and it's collected by Max now, working the middle of the field. He sends it high and deep, but wide. No point. So here we are in the about 5 minutes into the game. It'll be John Kenny sending a long puck out, looking for Paul Anderson. Paul's got it. He's going to put it down low on the goal, past Chris Lane, and a nice goal for White. Nice puck out, goes to Paul. Paul sends it into the goal, and we've got a tight match, as expected here, on this beautiful mid-July game 2023. Oh, Will, great hands. Turns it, puts it up high, but it's called wide. Looks like he did not have the accuracy needed. And it'll be John Kenny who will send it up. And he's going to go, he's looking for Crawford there. It's batted down by Aaron. Liam Jones has a chance, but he's well covered by Reagan. Liam goes to the ground, and it's Reagan who sends it deep into John. John now looks for somebody, sends it down into Crawford. No. Michaela knocks it down. John Crawford trying to get after it. It's Erin who's giving him fits. She's got to get it to her hand if she can. She does. She finds the seam. She's got a hand pass to give it to Giff, but is unable to do so. Ball still on the turf. We got several people. Liam trying to assert himself, but he just can't get it to his hand. It's now Tim trying to kick at it, punch at it, swing on it. Now Max has got it to his hand, and he's off to the races, chased by Paul Anderson. And Tim, a great move, sends it over to Roan. Roan and John Moriarty now fighting for it. A swing, and a good swing, knocks the ball loose, but John does get it to his hand, does well to find an open man. Ryan tries to hit an overlapping Bean. Andy Bean has it. He's got to find some more space. Does nicely to send it to Paul. Paul Anderson's got to be thinking go for point. Instead, no, he's trying to get it back to Andy. He goes back onto his hand because he's tightly covered by Gifford. Gifford, a great little flick down. The ball's loose. It's Reagan with a nice shoulder to make some space. He's now got it, and he tries to send it, but that's blocked out by Andy. Now everyone's fighting for it right outside the box as Bean's got it. Someone goes down. No call. Crawford's got it. Again, it's Aaron Clapper who's able to disrupt. Crawford just trying to get over the ball here. Liam also trying to help, pushing, shoving. Now it's hand passed over to the goalie. This is the last man on the line. He sends it up nicely to Fiona. Fiona's going to collect it. She's covered by Peyton. Fiona sends it in to John Kenny, who's got to pick it out of the air, and he does. Collects it and sends it deep in. Oh, knocked down by Reagan with his hands. People are calling for Reagan. Anybody. Liam does well to disrupt, though. Getting in after it is Liam and Reagan are both fighting for it. Reagan can't get it to his hand. He's too much forward momentum. Now he's got it. Sends it down over to, I think that's Michaela. But it's going to be Paul giving her a tough time. She's able to just flick it off the ground to Erin. Erin looks to clear it, and she does. That ball drops into Roan and Moriarty now going after it. And Allie comes to help. She's calling for it, hoping that the ball might come out. It is now 4 people working at it after it, and it'll be Ryan who tries to come away with it, but he's got trouble getting it. He looks across the box there over to, I think that's Adam. Adam does well. Adam showing his skills he's developed over many weeks of practice. Sends it over to Peyton. Peyton's now got it, but she's challenged by Andy. Peyton does nicely to send it to Liam. Liam tries to, he's thinking point. He puts it up high. It falls short to Chris. Chris sends it down to John. Moriarty intercepts it. Boy, White's got a great attack here, but just hasn't been able to put it all together. Paul puts it up deep. And that's going to be problems here if Crawford can get it to his hand. He does. He just needs to put it on goal. He puts it on goal, but nice one-hop save by Chris. He's got to keep his composure, and does. He sends it over to Gifford. Gifford now with it. He runs by Aaron, and he looks more downfield to send it to Reagan. Reagan's now running with it. Reagan heads down and sends it down to our man Will Jackson, who's done all the scoring for Black so far. Can he do it again? It's Ryan now who's got it. Ryan looking. He hears some people down the line, and he gets it to Andy Bean. Great speed, great accuracy, and skill. As he speeds down, he finds the next player. It's Peyton. Peyton now has it. She's in the open. She sees Liam over there, does a beautiful solo, and does a great job. Great timing to put it over. Now can they score? It's Aaron who blocks it down nicely, and it's going to be Liam looking for probably Tim. Instead, he goes for a point, and it's 65. 65. Boy, we've got a great game here. It looks like Liam's shot was put wide by Chris just in time, so we're going to have a 65, and it'll be Paul Anderson. Sends it up, sends it high, sends it deep, sends it wide. That's a wide ball. It'll be Chris Lane now looking to puck it out. He sees a space over here by Fiona, who does well to collect. She sends it down to Ryan, who can't get it out of the air. and it's a collision here. Johnny comes off his line. We've got a lot going on down here in the front of the box. Will kicks it, saved by Ryan, collected by Adam. Adam's now challenged by Allie. What is he doing with it now? He's trying to get it to somebody. He just doesn't want it. Ryan now blocked down by Allie, and it looks like it's a wide ball. Great challenge there. And it'll be a puck out by John Kenny. With the score we got with 15 minutes to go, it is 3-4 Aaron Weber group. Now the ball comes down to Bean. Bean trying to get a nice flick by Aaron. Liam having fits a forearm there. No call. Oh, there is a whistle. That would be a whistle on Reagan for a little push in the back. All right. So we'll be looking at Paul Anderson taking this. Or Liam lines up to take it. All right, here comes Liam. Liss pops it up and over the bar for a point. Point by Liam Jones, good free. And it will be, and that ties the game up 4-4 as Chris Lane now pucks out. Sends it into a nice space over by Allie. Allie Kenny now hand pass over to Fiona. Fiona sends it up and over the bar. Nice teamwork there. Really good teamwork. All right, let's get this camera back on the action. It's going to be a scrum here as everyone battles to get on the ball, but Max has it. Max now looking, sends it into a space which is closest to him. It's Fiona now with the ball. She puts it into Allie. Allie, if she can get away, she does. She has a weak side shot, puts it up high enough, long enough, and accurate enough to score. So we're going to have to go, Allie, a late addition, is going to have to go as unknown. All right, but we know her very well. All right, here comes our man Tim Murphy. T-Money sends it down. He's now solo. Does well to collect it. He looks up. He can't get it to anyone. Instead, it falls harmlessly to the ground. He's challenged by our man Ian Lamoli. Mr. Secretary. It's now Aaron Clapper who grabs it. Hand passes over to Reagan. Reagan's got it, and he's challenged by Paul. Paul's running in. It's Liam who knocks it down nicely back to Paul. Now the two nitty-gritty team members work together to send the ball into Chris. Chris has it. He sees his fullbacks. He's challenged lightly by Crawford and is sent low into Fiona. Fiona's kind of the straw that's mixing the drink down there in the middle of the field. And she sends it, but it is wide ball. So, tie ball game, I believe. I need to check the scoreboard. I'm working the camera as well here. So it's over to Paul. Great puck out to Paul. Paul sends it up and wide ball, I believe. Wide ball. Yep. So no point. Both teams work in the middle of the field very well. Not a whole lot near the sidelines at all. So the strategies are clear for both. Send it down the middle. A long puck out, goalie to goalie. Johnny will send it right back. Looking for Crawford. Instead, it's Aaron who grabs it. And he's challenged by John, but no problem for her to get down and around. It's now Michaela who wants to get after it in the green helmet. Liam has a part of this action, as does Team Money. It's mostly Liam and Aaron getting after it. Here comes Gift to help out and clear the ball out of there. Nice little hand pass to Max, who sends it in to John Kenny, who opts to catch it. Oh, he saves it. He spoiled the catch, but did a great job to collect it before it went over the end line to save it. Ball drops into Chris now. Goalies are playing, having a bit of a puck around this game. Ball in now. Here comes John Kenny rushing in. Oh, Ryan opts to go to the goalie. Goalie now tries to go. John tries to go into Bean or Moriarty, and it's Bean who grabs it. Rushes down the field nicely to Liam. Liam looks for the overlap. Look at that teamwork. That was beautiful. Now comes Bean. Bean, nice move. He's got Tim if he needs him. Liam looks like he's coming in trailing, but he wants Craig Wagner. Wags is trying to get it. He does get it. He's chased ferociously by Bean, though. Gifford, though. Ball cleared away by Ian. Now it'll be Max who sends it up high. He wants a point, but it drops into the goal box. Johnny does a pass down low. Catch is caught up in the grass. Nice little kick by Will to Fiona. Allows her an opportunity to collect it, but it's John off his line now. John looking to play. He's here to play. He's looking for any open space down the line here, and it's going to be Ian who does well to get after it. Now it's Tim versus Ian. Tim versus Ian. Who's going to come away with this? It's Ian who has a flick, but it's Liam who comes in to grab it. He's now off to the races, I would imagine. He is. He's looking to score a point, puts it up, and over the bar for White. That'll be Liam Jones with a nice point from play. All right. The ball is now in. Black wants to just even that score, nullify that point. Just a quick fix here. Max running in, puts it down low. It's saved by John Boy. John Kenny now, big return, sends it back. It could be Crawford if he could just get it to his hand. He's unable to collect it. It's Chris now. He's challenged heavily by Paul. Chris Lane, though, sends it in to Craig Wagner. Wagner's now with Roan and Craig. It's got to be John Moriarty. It's got to be Fiona or John. Fiona comes away with a nice pass over to Will Jackson. He knows what to do with it. He's almost hooked by Liam, and maybe that pressure, those footsteps caused it, or maybe it was just a bad shot, but it went wide. No point. John Kenny now, big deep shot. He's really looking for the deep puck outs down the middle. He wants Crawford there. Crawford versus Clapper. Reagan, great job to come in and help, but Paul Anderson picks his pocket. He's coming in straight on in the goal. A great goal by Paul Anderson. Great goal. Another goal for him. Second of the game. And it's now, I believe it's 12-6 White. 11 maybe. Oh no, it's 8-6 White. Close match. Love it. All right, let's see if I can't get this camera in a little. Do a better camera work here. All right, we got Allie, Liam, Adam trying for it. Adam can't quite get on it. Steps on it. It rolls out. It's going to be Liam who's going to try and get it over to Craig. Craig does have it, though. He's covered heavily by Giff. Ball down to a space. It's going to be Tim who's rushing on it. Oh, he had one chance and one chance only, and he couldn't get it. It's going to be Will now. Sends it in deep. Sends it into a space. He's not challenged. It's John Kenny who has some time now to look. Great little line drive over to our man Andy Bean. Bean rushes in with it. He's looking for any Team White, maybe a scoring opportunity. I think he likes his chances. Back of the net goal for Andy Bean. Welcome to the scoreboard, Andy Bean, in epic fashions. All right, so we got now Chris Lane who's looking to puck out. Sends it in down the middle. Could be John Moriarty, and it is. He knocks it down, but it's Roan who's got the first swing at it. Ball now on the turf. John gets it out, just finds a small seam to Liam. Liam's now going to solo away. He's chased by Gifford. Liam now tries to get it into Crawford, but it's going to be Chris Lane. Oh, nice little one-timer to Aaron. Aaron sent it down to Allie. Allie now challenged by Adam. This is a good matchup. Adam, great job over to Craig. Craig now finds himself rushing down the field, looking to send it over to Paul. Paul one times it over to Liam. Liam, if he gets it, he flicks it over to Tim. No one's touched it in his hand, but it's traveled about 30 yards. Come on now. Liam's got it now. Liam sees a chance to maybe go after the goal, but he also had Craig. He opted for the chance, and it did not come out as well as he had hoped. All right, so ball into the corner. John Kenny now. Ay, this camera is and talking at the same time. This is walking and chewing gum. It's going to be Andy Bean, who's become a prime supporter of that attack. Wide ball. Not sure how to get the camera just level. Oh, maybe if I back it off a little bit. That might be a good way to do it. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be Chris Lane. Scanning his options, he sees Reagan. Reagan, nice job picking it out of the air. He wanted the home run ball. Instead, it goes a little wide. A little bit wide. Man, oh man. And it'll be John Kenny now rushing to get a ball. How much time we got here? We have about 6 minutes left. It is 11-6. White with a slight lead, but that is very precarious considering how close these teams are playing each other. Andy Bean now pushing to get in. Crawford is going to try and collect it. He puts it down low. Save by Chris Lane, but it's going to go wide at 65. But wow, what a save by the keeper on a hard shot that came down straight into the middle of the goal. Got his stick down. Had to move his stick, though, in time to get it, and he did. Nice save. Nice attack by White, though, and it should pay off here with a point, given the man who's taking this free, Paul Anderson, Mr. Automatic. Let's give you the wide angle so you can see it all in its glory. It's up, it's high, it's deep, and it is good for a point. Great job, Paul Anderson. He's really actually providing a lot of the scoring for White. He and Andy Bean and Liam, all great help for the score, but there's an amazing supporting cast for White who's put them in this great position. This man in particular is one of the guys, Adam, with a great job over there. I think they were trying to focus in on him, and it's not working. Liam, great idea to flick it over to Tim. Tim, great job to collect it. Sends it up. Great idea to shoot it, but it goes wide. But that was a nice series of passes and decisions by each player as they advance the ball down the field. White, Black both actually looking very tight on the communication and passing. I would note that White is playing with a bit of a wind at its back. I'm sorry, Black is. So I don't know if that will matter much. It's not that strong of a wind. Here comes Peyton. Great solo. She's been practicing her soloing. I can tell it's Liam now looking to flick it over, but it's one time. Reagan tries to one-time it away. Instead, he does get it to his hand. Great job. He does a great job soloing away, but Liam's not giving up on it. He managed to get a hold of the ball. Oh, there's a push on the back. Colin calls, I believe, a push on the back as Reagan went down for it. Liam had too much of a hand on the back there. So it'll be Reagan taking a free, and Reagan opts to take it. Why not, right? Oh, he hops it twice on his stick, but it's just going to be play on. That is John Moriarty rushing with it on down the field with Ronan in pursuit. Nice job, John Moriarty. Over to Andy Bean. Andy Bean now with it. He puts it on goal. A beauty shot. Point for Bean. He's on target everywhere he is. That's a goal and a point for him. Love it. Well done, Andy. All right. Ball now into Fiona. Fiona hasn't. She wants to put it in deep. John jumps, but times it just off. And I think she got a point there. I believe Fiona got a point. All right, Crawford now on the attack. He's got a great shot into it. There's nothing Chris can... Oh, Chris does it! He kicks it, he kick saves it, sends it out to the side. Here comes Black now. That was a huge save with Black falling behind ever so slightly. They couldn't afford to give up another goal this half, I don't think, without scoring themselves. Roan now with a nice chopping, swinging hit that sends it over to space. And it's going to be Giff over to Will Jackson. Will sees Roan. But instead he finds farther down the field a space with Max. Max sliding, tries to send it in. It's a collision. John and Max and John. Sends it down. It's going to be Bean with a great overlap to Paul. Paul now sends it over to Liam. Liam now trying to get after it on the first try. He does get it to his hand. He's up. He puts it up high, deep, and up. Hey, was that wide? Okay, so wide ball. Chris Lane over. Sends it in to Fiona, who's covered nicely by Peyton, and that forces Fiona to go low and short. But and that makes Ryan with it. Will tries to knock it down. Peyton's back on the ball, running with it, and she sends it over to a space. It might be Liam, it might be Fiona. It's Fiona. Fiona with it now. Over to Ian. Ian, a great hand pass over to Reagan. Here's Liam and Reagan. They've been going at it all day. Reagan sends it in. It's a line drive over to Chris. I'm sorry, to John Kenny. John Kenny sends it over to Andy. Andy tries to get on it. He sees John Moriarty wide open over there on the side. It's a great vision there. Now this will be Gifford with the ball. Sends it over to Reagan. Reagan sends it up and wide. Ball goes wide. And we have just 30 seconds according to my count here. Close game. 30 seconds, and it is 13-7. 6 points is nothing in a league game with such a shorter field and lots more scoring opportunities. Ooh, a nice ball into Paul. Paul sends it up. Yeah, a point for Paul. All right. Now that'll be Chris Lane now. Sends it in to Max. Max now has it. Oh, a nice move on Ryan. He puts it in. Oh, no, he does not make contact, so it's good. It's anyone's ball now. Max trying to get after. He kicks it over to Will. Nicely done. Will puts it in low and pops the back of the net, and that's huge for Black as we head towards what is probably going to be the long whistle. In fact, I see people coming off, so. What's the 3-4 to 2-4? Is that what you said? Okay. I gotta take. Looks like I have to take a point off of White. I know Bean got 1 point. Liam 2, Paul A 2. Paul's might have been wide, so I'm going to take that one off. But that is the official score. 3-2. Oh, no. Yeah, 3-4-2-4. 3-4-2-4. All right, a great first half. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I've gotten a clarification on the scoring here. It is 3-4 to 2-4. Nitty Gritty up by a slim margin, 3 points. We're looking at the stats here. We got Andy Bean pouring in a goal and a point. Liam with a point. Paul A, 2 and 2. Big scoring support there by Paul. Then on the other side we have Fiona with 2 points. Will Jackson is the main man in the guys in the black. 2-1. Allie with that other point, and it's a close match. Love it. Let me see if anyone's dropped a chat in here. Does not look like anyone is. All right, let's see what's going on here. Huh. Appears to be a big delay. I hope all right, well, I hope that we captured everything. I'm checking on the live stream, and it appears that it's keeping up with it. So, but let me see if I have any live chat here. Nothing right now. Well, I'm sure everyone is loving the stream. They just are a little shy. Anyway, let's get this camera evened out. The teams are about to head out. We'll get the clock set up here so we get that started right on time. Should say Colin Lynch is nice enough to referee our game today. Nobody on the scoreboards or behind the goals, but I am Bill Jones, helping behind the. What is that? No, that's not it. Let me see. No. Find the. So I can say hello, but there it is, and you're with Bill Jones. So there it's official. We know who's behind and we're off. The game has started, and that'll be GIF with it. Let's just make sure we're going online here on the live stream. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Well, ball down in. It's going to be Allie now with the ball. Sends it down over to John. John's got it. And he'll send it in deep. Sticking with the same plan. Go down deep down the middle, it looks like. It's going to be Paul. Lifts. He's challenged by Michaela, but he's working his way, and he wants a goal. Oh, ball goes off the post. It's off the post, and that means it's live. Chris Lane tries to collect it. He's challenged by Tim. Boy, they got lucky there, did Team White, but it's going to, or Team Black. Now it's Tim who wants to send it back in. Liam's going to challenge Ian. Ian does a nice job to poke it out of there. And now comes Reagan. Reagan's got it. Races down and sends it over to Roan. Roan's got it now. She moves past, tries to move past John. Does a flick on it. Sits down low to Ryan, who hits it as he falls to the ground. It's now John who's challenged by GIF. John now flicks it over to Andy. Andy's got it. Oh, he races off. Covers a lot of space. Ball falls to the turf. Collected maybe by Andy Gifford if he can get it. Instead, he wants to flick it to Reagan. Reagan tries to clear it. It's Tim Murphy who's giving him great pressure. And that'll be Paul Anderson, Ryan, who's got the ball. Sends it to Gifford, who lines up for a shot. Sends it up deep. Far, but wide. Wide ball. All right, now for a ball into Bean again. Boy, he's been active on that line for sure. It's going to be Paul Anderson now, making himself known once again. This time, is that wide? Oh, point. Okay. Point by Paul. All right, ball goes in. Sends it down into Fiona, who is able to get it to her hand. She turns, fires. It's a bouncing ball. It's blocked down with his body by John. Great job. Makes a move to his right just to find a space. Sends it in. It'll be Aaron Clapper. Oh, up overhead. She tries to get a stick on it. She and John Crawford have been going at it all game. Aaron to the ground. Push. Her ball goes away. It's Liam now who wants to attack. Does a nice little flick over to Bean. Bean heads in. Great pass over to Crawford. Crawford has to finish this time, and he does. Well done, John. John Crawford. John Crawford with the goal. And the captain puts his team, separates his team a little more. I'll take a closer look at the score in a minute here. Ball goes into Allie. Allie still got those hands. Allie put a shot in. Ball coming into her husband, John, collects it. He now sends it he tries to get it to Liam and does. Liam's got a hold of it. He's off to the races. He's trying to get through a seam. He's challenged by Gifford. Liam wants to put it up and it's caught by Chris. Chris now sends it in. Over to Ian. Ian trying to collect it. He's shouldered well by Ryan, and Ian puts Ryan on the turf. On the turf. That was actually Paul trying to get on it. Ball's now fought for by a collection of players, but it's Murphy who comes away with it. Murphy tries to pop it over to Liam, who does pull it out of the air. He's got a lane to run on. He puts it into the back of the net. Great goal by Liam, and a great job by Murphy to get it to him. So White seems to have come out with a great amount of enthusiasm, and it's paying off big time. All right. So we've got that'll be Ryan really giving Max fits, but it's then intercepted by Peyton. Peyton and Fiona go after it. Peyton trying to add to her totals, and it is a wide ball. All right, thank you, John. Wide ball. Johnny now sends it deep into tries to get it to Aaron. Instead it's knocked down to Crawford, and he does knock it down, but it's defended pretty well by Reagan, but it's Paul now. It's coming in bunches now. Paul Anderson with another goal. He's at 3-3 right now, and we have trouble with Team Black. They need to sort this out. Maybe make some changes out on the fields. And it's John who's trying to help. Comes off the line. He's found himself with options out in the corner there. Sends it down in, but it's Giff who's giving chase. The other team in the corner, but I can understand where John was trying to get it down into a space and hope his teammate could run to it. Fiona Lowe, knocked down by, that was his teammate, excuse me. No, it wasn't. No, excuse me, he's on White. It's hot up here in the booth. Peyton sends it to the ground. It's Ian who wanted it. It's Ryan, Paul Anderson who might come away with it. Ian's the only guy who can stop him, and he does. It's now stopped by Reagan. Reagan over to Fiona, and a chop is called. As, I believe as Crawford was reaching for it, someone came down across his stick, striking his stick. Both players not playing the ball away, so that tends to be a foul. Here comes Paul Anderson, the free taker, puts it up for a point. Paul Anderson with another point. He's really taken the bull by the horns, I'd say, and manhandled this game. We're living in his world right now. Chris Lane, big shot down near Allie. Allie, nice hands, collects it. She looks to Fiona. Fiona turns. She wants to shot. She puts it up for a point. Okay, Fiona now at least starts Black off with some kind of score to get the game going. Now John Kenny sending it down low over to his favorite target this game, Fiona. Chris Lane puts it into Fiona. I'm sorry, his favorite target is the full forward, Crawford and Tim. All right, so anyway, Fiona sends it over to Max. Max sends it to Reagan. Reagan turns to put it on goal. It's a dribbler. Could be tough. John Kenny tries to collect it. Does. He's challenged by Will. That's John sending it over to Fiona. Fiona's going to send this back with interest, I'd say. She's covered a lot of ground, puts it up. It's off the post! And now all the action is in front of the goal here. It's Will pushing aside Craig. Moriarty looking to clear it. He finds an open Ryan. Everyone's screaming for it. Ryan sends it over to Peyton. Peyton is trying to get it to her hand, and she's challenged by Max. Max kicks it into the goal box. John is challenged a bit by Fiona. Now here comes John Kenny sending it down into the space, trying to get it to Crawford, who's unable to pull it in. And Aaron's been covering him well all game. Sends it into Ian. Ball gets knocked down or drops down on the ground. Liam now trying to pick it. He does. Finds Bean. Bean now makes a nice move on Gifford. Somehow gets a shot off, and it's a wide ball. Wide ball. All right. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. I have 16 minutes to go. It is 24-11. Still time. Still time for Black to try and score a couple goals and get back in this. There's some space into John. Allie's going to challenge him a bit. Ball comes in. It's collected by Paul Anderson. Paul tries to send it to Tim anyway, but it's knocked down by Michaela. Reagan's got a handle on it. Liam's trying to knock him down. Ball goes over to Michaela. And Tim's going to try and challenge her, and he pushes, and she does well to get her position right. Liam tries to sneak around the front and does. He's still trying to get it to his hand. He finally gets it to his hand. He wants to flick it over to Crawford, but he can't get it off. Instead, it's over to Gifford, who's going to start the attack the other way. An attack he does. Sends it up high, deep, and over the bar. Andy Gifford for a point. His first of the game, and a much-needed additional scorer there for Black. Nice puck out to Liam. Challenged by Reagan. He runs by Reagan, puts it low on to Bean. Bean now hustles down the field, and he's looking to get it to Crawford. A nice pass to Crawford, who's unable to collect it. Bean has it again. He wants to find some kind of means to shoot. He does open up a shot, but it's great save by Chris Lane. And great pressure by, I believe that was Gifford, that forced Bean to just take an off shot. He only had one lane to shoot down. Here's some people going after it over down here. Who could it be? Oh, I think I see Ryan over there. And Aaron. And Ryan. And Aaron. Dropped the stick. Fell to the ground. I'm not sure what the call is, but we're going to do something here. I think he's going to give a puck out, maybe? A wide ball? I'm not sure what the call is. It'll be a free by Chris. All right, so the call on Team White for a push, maybe. Now collected by Paul Anderson. Here comes the attack by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Collected again by Paul. Paul wants to put it low into Crawford. Crawford's got another scoring opportunity, but Aaron defends it nicely. Oh, a swing on, yep, and there's a chop. So Paul was trying to collect that ball. We heard clash, and you can't hit opponent's stick if he's not playing it away, if he's trying to lift it like that, and that's where you get the chop out of the rules. Colin explaining, but I interpret the rule more importantly as, are both players swinging on the ball? Then you can hear the ash clash. But if one person is not, then all you're doing is hitting an opponent's stick and he's not playing the ball. That's my interpretation anyway. So we got Paul Anderson, puts it up and puts it over the bar, I presume, for a point. All right, Paul Anderson. Yeah, yep. Paul just racking up stats. Love the stats. Chris Lane puts it in deep over to a nice puck into his teammate Max. Max sidesteps Adam. This could be a big shot for Black, but it's saved nicely by John. John keeps it out of the end line, but he's pressured by Max. This is a lot of pushing and shoving. I hear a whistle of some kind. Might be a charge on the goalie or something if he was still in his box there. Let me see what's going on here. 25-12. 25-12. Yeah, it looks like we're still going all right. So ball's in play now. Puck out, or free, I think it was, on that foul. Will Jackson, challenged by Liam. Sent over to Reagan. Reagan now collects it. He's got Giff if he wants it. Oh, instead of a hand pass, he tried to flick it with his stick. Now he goes straight ahead down. It's collected by Andy Bean. It's going in on Chris. Oh, he ripples the back of the net. Those happen. Those for sure happen. Just the floaters that just don't seem to come back to earth in time, at least in the goalie's opinion. Oh, knocked down by Will. Will challenged by Craig. Oh, and now Craig takes a whiff. No, that was Ryan. That was a whiff by Will, just straight up whiff. And oh dear, I hope he's all right. He's a big, strong fella, though. I'm sure he can absorb that type of punishment and keep playing. But geez, bummer. Craig trying to see if both arms are working there. It seems like they are. Good on you, Ryan, for that strong attack on a big man like Will. And I guess there was a foul of some kind because Will is going to take the free now. Let's see what he does. Puts it in low. They got to have goals, and they go to Fiona for who hopefully can convert. It's Roan now trying to get it to Fiona. Fiona tries. She does get it. She puts it in low to goal, and she pops the net. Nice shot, Fiona. Black needed that goal, and we are going to see how we run down these last 10 minutes or so, 11 minutes. All right, now the attack on the other side. See if we can nullify that goal with one of their own. Ball over to Crawford. Into the mix. It's Liam who wants it. He scoops and misses it. It's going to be Michaela giving him a hard time. Liam, though, puts it down low, and he drops it into the back of the net. A nice sidewinder that he doesn't hesitate to put in, and that nullifies all that hard work Black had done to try and get back into the game. But, again, they may have their groove on now, and maybe they can convert. Fiona puts it on her hand. She picks it up, but that ball goes wide. The attack falls short. And it is 31-15 now, with about 10 minutes to go. That's our man T-Money, Tim Murphy. Michaela able to get in front of him, but she may have taken one on the hand. Tim Murphy runs off. He puts it down into the box. Chris has plenty of time to find just the perfect person to hit it to, and he goes with Allie. A great puck in there. Allie collects it. She has Will, but instead she tries to put it in, which Black needs to keep the attack up just like that. Oh, collected by Max? No. Struggles to get it to his hand. And that's going to be John Moriarty. Max now has it. He's got a straight line, beeline to the goal, but he's held up well. That could have been in too many steps. But we play on. Here comes Adam. Adam now with the ball, looking to send it in. Send it in, he does. That's John Crawford trying to collect it, and it dribbles over the end line for a wide ball. Wide ball. And Chris Lane now going to look up and find, he sees Reagan just standing there. Great puck, great decision. Lots of time. Standing alone out in the field is Reagan O'Connor. Reagan challenged finally by Paul. Reagan, though, looks for it, and that ball goes wide. Wide ball, but a long shot. Nice attempt there. And we want to thank our sponsors, Nitty Gritty in the white shirt, Nitty Gritty Birthday Bar out in Middleton on Gammon Road. Great place to have beers and food and celebrate your birthday. As their one of their team representatives, Andy Bean, shows a little skill there as he chases down, goes to overlapping Crawford. Crawford flicks it, but it's knocked down by Chris. He's challenged by Liam. Liam wants it, but no, it's a great hand pass to Ian. Ian for the Aaron Weber Group Realty Company. If you need to buy a house, and there's one of their best sellers right there, Will Jackson, who sends it over to Allie, who flicks it over to Max, who sends it back to Allie. Thanks very much to Aaron Weber Realty Group. They're an amazing sponsor. They've provided us lots of finances to really do what we love to do, which is play hurling and football out here. Thank you to them. There comes Andy Gifford. Drops down on John Moriarty. Ryan trying to collect it, but he's challenged well by Max. Ryan, great job. Looks like he's shaking off that injury he received earlier, but it's Reagan who now picks the pocket of everyone else who's trying to get a ball. It's knocked in. Johnny's got to challenge it. It's Peyton and John. John comes off his line. He's going to play hard now as he heads off. Sends it in. Ball drops in by Aaron, and it's Aaron Clapper who's challenged by Liam. Aaron will now send it into Fiona, who collects it. She's got her eye on the goal. No, she sends it over to Allie, who's got an eye on the goal. She may put it up, but it's a dribbler over to John. John now going to Johnny pass it up over the head of... No, Reagan sends it right back into play. This could be big for Black. Nope. Craig Wagner in the right place at the right time. Kind of looks to hand pass it away. Now it's collected by Max. Max finds a seam. He's just thinking goal. And he's got this great, nice swing and a point for Max Jackal. That's got to feel good for Black. They needed that. Ball now sent in deep to Andy Bean. Andy Bean now looking to get it to Liam. Liam has Crawford and the goal to shoot on, either one. He looks to try and put a juke on Gifford. Instead, Gifford does well to force a low shot. Clapper hits it over to Gifford. Now the ball goes down in, and it's a great job by Reagan to get under it. He looks for Will or the goal. I'm not sure which of those, but either one was unsuccessfully off, and it goes wide. So John Kenny now sends it in. Big, deep puck to Aaron. It drops right on Crawford. Crawford and Chris keeping at it. Chris, fullback by training, runs off. He knows just how to get rid of this ball and finds the open person, and that's going to be Allie chasing it down. Allie and Craig, this is going to be tough. Who's going to come away with it? It will be Allie. Allie now getting her swing back a bit here, but puts it down short, and it's John Kenny who grabs it. Over to Paul Anderson, who gives great pursuit to get after it. A hungry pursuit. He kicks it over to Liam. Liam now is thinking maybe put it up and over the goal. Puts it up, and it's a wide ball. Wide ball. Taking those scoring opportunities when they come, but another wide for Liam Jones. Now it'll be Chris Lane surveying for just an open spot. Boy, I see a little crease here for Reagan if he wants to go with him. No, he decides to go deep into Fiona. Great shot. Fiona turns, pops it up, but it goes just wide. Goes wide. All right, well, 5 minutes to go. 5.5 minutes to go in this thriller of a match. Great puck to Paul. Paul is wide ball as well. And we got balls littered in the backfield of that goal over there, as White has just been relentless. The only stops being made back there are by the net. All right, it's Allie who collects it. Sends it over. Sends it into John. John's got it now. He puts his head up nicely, but a miss hit sends it back to Team Black. But it's Ryan who's had a wonderful game for White in there on the D, the half back. Oh, hand pass over to Roan. Swings on it. John Moriarty's challenging her. The ball's over to Allie, who does a good job to flick it away. Now we have a group getting after it. Paul Anderson now is the only white person in the screen, but Liam comes to help, but Paul knows what to do. He turns on it, puts it up, puts it deep, puts it wide, though. Puts it wide. And we have 4.5 minutes by my estimate, unofficial clock here. And Chris will take a break here to collect balls back behind the goal. It's quite the matchup. All right, Chris Lane filling in to help out with numbers so that the teams can have subs. Looks like Paul Anderson, speaking of subs, Paul Anderson coming off after a great game. He may not be coming back for a few minutes, given that there's only a few minutes, and White has this comfortably tucked away, I think. Max, great move, though. He doesn't know that his team's behind. Puts it in low, but it's wide. Unfortunately, a wide ball. And it'll be John Kenny sending it out. Here comes White. Great puck to John Crawford. Crawford turns and puts it down low to Bean. A great passing performance, but who breaks it up? Ian Lamoli. Well done. Liam Num puts a move on Gifford. He can't get a shot off, though, and it's going to be Chris Lane who puts it in to Will. Will's now going to send it in hard and deep to Allie, but it's stopped by Adam, who's trying to hand pass it, doing well to get at least get control of the ball. It's now on the ground, though. It's going to be anyone's ball now. Max is just kicking it. John Kenny steps in just in time to clear it. It's going to be Peyton and Roan. It's got to be John. It's got to be Roan. Now it's going to be Ryan, who does so well to get it to his hand. He's trying to get it to anybody. Now the sure-handed John Kenny will send it out into his counterpart, Chris Lane. on the other side. He's going to look for an open space. Great ball. He looks up and finds Will, but he misses it. Allie flicks it away. Allie now wants to put it on goal. She puts it up, and a point for Allie. Team Black. There's about 2.5 minutes left. Ball drifts in to Chris. Got his hands on it. He looks up. He's got plenty of time to find someone. He really likes that target, Will. But Jesus, again, Will unable to put it in his hand. Nice one by Craig. Dropped by Crawford. That's going to be Giff, and he's off to the races, and no one's going to catch him. He can go for days on this. He's really taking advantage. I think he's thinking point all the way. Puts it in on John. John collects it. He's challenged by Fiona, but it's going to be Will coming in on it. He drops it again, but this time he flicks it off the ground, and now he's got it. Away he goes. He's challenged by John Moriarty. Will Jackson puts it in, and off the post. It's off the post. It might still even be in play. It is. John Kenny races off his line to get it. He's got it now. He's headed back towards the middle of the field, and he wants to clear it away to Aaron Clapper. It goes down to Ian, who's doing very well to cover Crawford. Come on, John. John's struggling to get it. Liam now has it to his hand. He grabs it, but he's knocked down by Gifford, who blocks him twice. And White struggling now that Paul's come off the field. Nicely done by Allie. Allie flicking it up into the space. It's going to be Reagan. Reagan giving it his all. He's just trying to get that ball bouncing away. Now he's got it. Puts a swing on it, and it's T-Money. Holds him up. Ball kicked by Tim. It's going to be Adam and Roan going after it, but this is now looking like John Moriarty. No, it's going to be Ryan Conahan, who's had an amazing game this game. Sends it over to Bean. Bean now. Pushed in the back by a bit by Liam, or did he fall? It's now Ryan, who's really doing yeoman's work over here. Hand pass over to Tim Murphy. Tim Murphy flicks it on the ground. Over to Ryan. Ryan now runs by his man Gifford. Oh, great hand pass by Ryan over to Bean. Ryan falls. Ian now trying to clear it, and he's unable to because it's Tim Murphy. Here comes Ian. Ian sends it over to Will Jackson. Will Jackson, they're yelling for it. Black is yelling for it. Anyone. Will sends it down into a space. And it's going to be Fiona, I think, who's going to get to it first because Peyton's giving chase, though. Fiona, ball into Allie. Allie trying to collect it against Adam. It'll be John. John Moriarty just advancing that ball nicely off the ground. And we've got looks like Ryan just came off for a well-earned rest. Ball hit by Roan into a space. Hopefully Will can get to his hand, and he does. And now it's, oh boy, big trouble for White. John Kenny, there's nothing you can do with that. Once Will gets that locomotive going, you're not going to hold it up. And that was a goal by Will. And I believe that may be end of the game. What a game. What an enjoyable game by all the players. Thanks very much to Colin for refereeing. My final score I have is 8-7 to 4-8, 31-20. Wonderful game. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who may have watched it live or is tuning in post-production. For the Hailstone Broadcast Network, this is Bill Jones. Let's take a look at the stats here real quick. Big contributor, obviously, Paul Anderson. That jumps out 3-5. Will Jackson 3-1 though for Black. He was their main scorer. I have to hand it to Ryan Conahan too. He was a shining star. I think I'll talk to Colin about man of the match and see really which one it would be. Boy, that is a tough call. It's either Paul or Ryan, and I'm going to go talk to Colin about who he thought. So, for the Hailstone Broadcast Network, this is Bill Jones. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Final score, Nitty Gritty 8-7, beating Aaron Weber Realty 4-8. For the Hailstone Broadcast Network, this is Bill Jones signing off. Have a good afternoon, everybody.